Hey, what's up YouTube? My name's Nesto. Welcome back to my channel. So it's Tuesday. It's 6:15 right now. I work today from 10 to 5, so 7 hours, doing an electrical task. This is for like a client. It's like the third time they had me out. It's like a small business, and like the first time I went out, it was like 6 hours. The second time I went out, it was like 8 hours, and then today was 7 hours. And they'll probably have me back because we're still not done. It's kind of like they remodeled the place and stuff, and they're still doing a lot of things like changing light switches, installing Ring doorbells, Ring cameras. I installed a really nice chandelier in the main entry, a smaller chandelier in the hallway, and then a bunch of and then like the whole hallway had these cool looking little lights. And just changing a bunch of, because they have the old school switches and they want all the square switches, so I've been doing a lot of that. What else? Outlets, putting covers on outlets, putting cover plates on the exposed electrical stuff, Ring cameras, like I said, Ring doorbells, changing out just the light bulbs. They wanted all the lights to match, a nice warm colored, because some of them were bluish, some of them were white, some were orange. So yeah, I just want to make a video just to check in with you guys because I haven't made a video in a long time, to kind of tell you how it's going for me on Taskrabbit. Yeah, so like today, today was good. I'm outside right now. I'm outside of this place called CM Chicken, Chung Mang Chicken, something like that. It's Korean style wings, and man, it's so fire. I got the garlic soy and the snow onion with some curly fries and some rice, and man, it's gonna be so good. It sounds so amazing to me right now because I haven't eaten. I had like a, what do you call it? When I went into work, I stopped by 7-Eleven. I got some of those taquitos, the taco and cheese one, and a fountain drink. So I'm like starving, and this place is gonna hit the spot. And yeah, so I'm just gonna tell you guys on Taskrabbit, man. It's been going good for me so far. Let me see if I can pull stuff up. I've been working. I didn't do any snow removal, which I wanted to do snow removal. I have a snow blower. I have shovels, and I have salt and all that. And it just didn't work out for me because the first time it snowed, my snow blower, it was like when I went to turn it on, it was like the first time this year me turning it on, and it started like leaking gasoline from the gas tank. So I was like, okay, so I can't sign myself up for snow removal because I don't want to just go out and shovel. I've worked jobs where being like building maintenance and stuff like that, and I had to like clear the snow and stuff like that, and I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to shovel snow. But I would do it with a snowblower and then just use a shovel to get the fine details and stuff like that. But so it didn't work out for me. And then I wanted to shovel the next time it snowed. I mean, I wanted to put snow removal the next time it snowed, and it just didn't work out for me. I had to watch my kids, so I couldn't go out. And I like it. I was like, man, like damn, I gotta watch my kids when I could be out making money. But then I just had to think about it. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old, and my 3-year-old, he's almost too big for me to carry now. I used to, like a year ago, I used to put him to take a nap by carrying him and rocking him to sleep, and he'd take a nap. And now he doesn't even take naps anymore. And so I just kind of thought about it. I have my little 4-month-old, and it was nice to just be home on the rocking chair with my little chubby baby and my other kid, and with the really nice view outside the window with all the snow. So I just kind of had to like remind myself, not to take it for granted, because my 3-year-old, I can't carry him. I could barely carry him anymore, and and it felt like it was so quick, So I just gotta remember that my baby's gonna grow up, even faster than my. He seems to be growing even faster than my first kid. It seems to be going faster. So it really sucked that I didn't get to make money removing snow on Taskrabbit. But just just gotta appreciate what I have and stuff. Yeah. So anyways, I was pulling up stuff on Taskrabbit. It's been going good. In January, I made $5,200 in January. 5266. I don't know if I'll put the whatever. I don't know if I'll put the picture in there or not. I get kind of lazy when I edit. 5226. I mean 5266, $5,266 in 73 hours. And then I also had some off the app clients. One client was like a $400 job. It was a painting job and a drywall repair job. And then also she called me back, like she called me yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. I was taking the day off because my wife worked, and it just so happened that my mother-in-law was over. And then this client called me private, messaged me not on the app. She messaged me privately, and she asked me like, hey, do you have time today to come remove a shelf from my closet and paint my closet? So yesterday, and it just so happened to work out. Any other day I would have to say like, oh, I would have missed out. I would have to say I'm not available today, but I can try to work something out. But usually when they say like, hey, are you available today, you kind of gotta they're kind of impulse hiring you, so you gotta just say yes and commit to it so that they commit to it and they don't change their mind. Because you say next week or something like that, they kind of drift off and you never hear from them again. So I said, yeah, I'll be there. I could be there by noon. She called me like at 10. And I was like, I'll be there by noon. I actually got there by like 11:30. And I worked. It was a closet. She wanted to paint a different color. I took the shelf off because she was gonna put those wire shelving systems. So I took the old wooden plank off and painted it. And I was there for I think 3 hours. So she owed me $80 an hour. So $240, right? 8, 16, 24, $240. And I told her, okay, yeah, so it'll be 3 hours on my way out. And she's like, oh, okay. She was like doing something else, and she's like, here, I just rounded it up. Like she didn't want to do the math. She's like, here, I rounded it up. Or she was just being really nice to me, But she gave me $300 for the 3 hours. And it just kind of reminds me of your clients, like the client that I have right now. She gave me $300. She didn't bat an eye. She didn't complain. She didn't try to negotiate. The client I had today, I worked from 10 to 5. I could have stayed till 6, but a lot of the things that she wanted like a certain spotlight Ring doorbell camera, but she only had the one that had just a spotlight without the camera, and then a couple other things that we didn't have on hand. So I just cut it short at 5. And then next time she could call me out, and I could bring materials I need and stuff like that. And this lady, I told you guys, the first time she hired me for 6 hours, the second time for 8 hours, and then today for 7 hours. And again, didn't bat an eye. And it reminded me of this meme on Facebook that says the $500 client, and it says like, well, I just want to make sure that we understand each other and understand where this relationship, how it's gonna work, and the dynamics of this and that. And then it says like the $50,000 client, the $50,000 client just says money sent, thanks. And that's how it is, man. Like, I don't know, some clients are really picky, and I mean there's nothing wrong with it, but it seems like the more people pay, the more they expect, but the less picky they are about it. Like this lady, 3 hours, 240. Here's 300. Thank you for doing a great job. And I took care of everything. She didn't have enough paint to paint it the color she want, but she did have a white. So I ended up painting just the wall you see when you open the door. I painted that the color she wanted, and that's all the paint I have for that. And then the rest I painted white, and so it came out looking really nice, and it's almost like an accent wall, inside. But you can't tell because it's inside the closet, so you can't tell what the side walls and the back wall are, that they're white. But it also makes the closet look a lot brighter, so when I went there it was like a beige color, and it just looked old and lame. And then when I left there it was nice and bright, and everything was a really nice color, because at first I painted everything white because it was beige, and I didn't want to waste that little bit of paint I had trying to cover up that beige. So I painted everything white first, and then I put the colors she had, and it came out looking really nice. So some clients, like when they're not picky, like, you did a great job, here's money, but some clients you get and they're like, trying to nickel and dime you, I would suggest don't negotiate. You know, don't negotiate your rate. Um, if they say, hey, can you do it? It's like, hey, how much would you charge? How much would you charge me to do this? And you say $90, and they're like, can you do 70? As soon as you say, no, it's fine, I'll do 80. As soon as you do that, like you're already lost, you know, because in their eyes it's like, oh, so he could go lower, and he's just choosing not to, you know. So so just stick to your guns. 90. Could you do 70? It's like, no, I just said what the price is. It's 90, you know. And you know, you weed out the clients that you don't need, and there's a lot of clients out there that will pay whatever you ask for a quality job, which is the key. You know, you can't be showing up late, not answering their calls, not, you know, leaving you know, mud, you know, tracking mud and tracking snow in, like in this one I just went to. And every time I go there, there's another tasker there too. So I've met a couple of taskers there, and they're doing like assembly, or they're installing doorknobs, or they're doing stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But today I went there, and this is the first time the business is actually open, so people are in their offices. And this is the first time that they said anything about removing your shoes. And you know, she's like, oh, and can you remove your shoes? And I was like, oh no, it's fine. I got my shoe covers. What I put? Well, I had my blue shoe covers, you know, and I was like, oh no, it's fine. And she was like, oh, you know, thank you so much, you know. And I even gave some to the other tasker, because he kept taking his shoes off and putting them back on every time he was coming in and out. So you know, I gave him some too, so that way he make his life easier. And it's just stuff like that, you know. If you show up, and I definitely recommend you get shoe covers. Order them off Amazon. And you know, sometimes I'll go to put them on, and people say, oh no, don't worry about it, you're fine. And other times, but most of the time people are like, oh, thank you so much for that, you know, like they're really happy about that. So that's kind of things that kind of separates, you know, the wheat from the chaff, or whatever they say. But yeah, guys, Taskrabbit, it hasn't really slowed down. I mean, this week it seemed to slow down, but also me and my availability has been kind of weird. But it doesn't seem to be slowing down, and I would understand that this weekend, or you know, this kind of week slow down, because we got into the negative degree weather, you know. So a lot of people they're not thinking about doing anything. But for the most part, it's still pretty active. So I don't know. I'll see how it keeps. If it keeps going, I'll see February. How it goes February. You know, because we're already February 9th, so we're already, you know, a third of the way or whatever. But I haven't had to try to look for other income. You know, I haven't, because usually it slows down pretty bad on Taskrabbit, and right around this time, February, it slows down pretty bad. And this time, because of the pandemic, it actually hasn't. So I'll see if I have to dust off the appliance repair stuff, then I'll do it. My van, I put insurance on it, but it's a V8, and it uses so much gas, and all my jobs so far have been in like, you know, deep in Chicago, some near downtown. So my car is still my best option. It carries all my tools, and it sips on gas, and I don't have to worry about gas money or parking, which is like the bigger issue with the van. But you know, I helped. Hold on. Yes, hello?
Your order is ready for pickup.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Ooh, my chicken ready. Alright, guys. I'll make another video later, hopefully sometime soon. But take care, guys.